Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So we've all heard the horrible news about this bitch-ass NBA season and the freaking injuries that have happened, guys. As we all know, Demarcus Cousins is now out for the rest of the NBA season due to a torn Achilles that he suffered against the Houston Rockets. So this injury typically takes 6 to 10 months of rehab to actually get better. So he's not going to be back probably till next season, guys. And it leaves a very tough situation, not only for Demarcus Cousins, but also the Pelicans, guys. So for today's video, we are seriously going to rebuild the New Orleans Pelicans, guys. I'm going to try to keep things realistic to the best of my ability. It is 2K, and also I'm not a fortune teller, so I'm going to do my best out here, guys. But yeah, so the reason this is a tough situation is because, like, you know, the Pelicans, what was the record, guys? The record is 27-21, 6th place in the Western Conference, which definitely is not bad considering that it is the Western Conference. And you look at the teams that are in front of them, I mean, it's freaking, it's, you know, it's a neck-and-neck race with the Thunder for that 5th spot. Only a few games back from, like, the 3rd spot of the San Antonio Spurs. So the reason this is tough is because, as we do know, Demarcus Cousins is on a 1-year contract of $18 million. So Boogie has to think of this, guys. Like, pretty much, there ain't no trade value for him right now. I mean, yes, well, for one, you can't trade injured players, but for another thing, it's like when you look into free agency, you know, it's like Demarcus Cousins could choose to come back to the Pelicans, play alongside Anthony Davis. Let's hope that the management actually makes the right choices and sheds the bitch-ass contracts and really looks to put, you know, good athletic and, you know, shooting players around Demarcus Cousins Anthony Davis. Maybe Demarcus signs like a 2-year contract, you know, just to get the feel for the game again. I mean, I don't think he's going to come back better than ever. I think it's going to take some time. You got to trust the process and everything like that. Or Demarcus Cousins could just, you know, go into free agency, and you got to believe this, guys. There will be some team out there. I mean, it might not be the team he wants to play for, but there will be some team that is going to throw this guy a max contract, like maybe like the Dallas Mavericks or a team like that. So it's like, does he want to go for the max contract money and play, you know, for a team that's not so good? Does he maybe just want to sign like a 2-year contract with the Pelicans and, you know, still make some nice money, but maybe not max contract money, doesn't really have that insurance of a max contract? Or maybe he could go to a team like, you know, Cleveland Cavaliers, who might not pay him, you know, max money because he's injury prone at this point, right? So I don't really know about this, guys. Now, for my rebuild here, I'm going to try to keep him on the team. I'm going to try to make some things happen out there. So, yeah, you look at the roster. I mean, you got Anthony Davis. I see a lot of people saying, like, hashtag free AD or trade Anthony Davis. This man's only 24 years old. You guys could literally, you got him locked up for 4 years. Like, there is no way in hell you're going to be trading the best power forward in the NBA unless you really want to go full-on rebuild mode and you just think your team has no chance. And, you know, based on the record with this roster, I think the team has a chance, guys. Just, you know, a few moves have to be made. So we are going to make those moves. Like, the first one I'm thinking about is probably trading Drew Holliday. Like, what's he doing this season? Not that bad of stats, honestly. 18 points, 5 assists. That scoring might actually even go up a little bit, but the three-point shooting is not really all that great at 33%. Like I was saying, man, like, those numbers might actually go up, but at the same time, with Demarcus Cousins not on there, teams are probably going to focus more, you know, defensively also on Drew Holliday. You got Rondo on a 1-year deal. He could possibly come back, but, you know, his range is going to be going down pretty soon as far as 2K goes. Etuan Moore, for $8 million for a, you know, a pretty good three-point shooter, shooting 43% this season. That's something I could definitely consider keeping on the team right here. So the contract situation is not all that bad. You have, like, Omer Seek, so, like, maybe you could toss in a second-round draft pick and try to get rid of him. So we might go for that route. But, yeah, guys, let's get started on this. It's going to be a 2-season rebuild here. So, yeah, let's just get started, man. Like, I think the ideal situation would be, like, if we could somewhat just tank the rest of this season and go for a top-notch draft pick. I don't know if that's in Anthony Davis's blood. I mean, he's led this team, you know, to at least an AC in the Western Conference before. So he could definitely has potential of doing that. But here we go, guys. Omer Seek. So here we get Alex Pothires for $1.27 million. I'll definitely take that from the Pacers. Thank you very much, Indiana. I do appreciate it. Okay, next up, what do we have here, guys? Okay, so Drew Holliday, we are going to look at some deals for him. Like I was saying, like, honestly, a draft pick or an expiring contract would probably be the way to go with him. Just because, like, I don't know, man. I really don't see it. I really don't see us keeping him around. So what kind of players we got here? Some pretty good offers. Like, yo, Mike Conley would actually be low-key pretty nice, guys. But we also have to give up a 2020 draft pick, and Mike Conley is getting older, so I'm not going to do that. The Sound Whiteside doesn't really make much sense. A lot of, like, centers getting offered to us here. In this case, we get Vince Carter for the rest of the season for $8 million. So this just frees up a lot of money. So that might be the move to go. And then, you know, we'll go for some big, you know, some big time players in free agency. So we got Reggie Jackson right here too. Reggie Jackson is only 27. He's, you know, he's about $9 million cheaper than Drew Holliday is. What does he bring exactly? Well, this season for the Pistons, you know, 19 points per game, 7 assists, and about 34% from 3. So, I mean, that's definitely an option right there too. John Lue really don't want that bitch ass contract though. I say that as a Pistons fan, guys. I don't want that bitch ass contract. Jeff Teague, also not a bad little choice, but not much better contract rise than Drew Holliday. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this trade over here, just getting Vince Carter. Go with that, and then, maybe go for a better point guard when it comes free agency. So we got that out of the way. Next up, any other, really bad contracts you want to trade away? Probably not really. Like, Alexis for $5 million, yeah, he's only a 7-2 overall, but he will probably be our backup center for this season. Oh, yeah, Solomon Hill, he definitely got to go, man. He definitely has to go. Like, I will take anything for you, man. As far as, like a good contract, at least. Costa Kufos, I do think that he does have a player option, so I might look somewhere else for that. Here we go. Dorian Finney-Smith from the Mavericks. I'll take that. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I'm probably just going to simulate the rest of the season. Let me go ahead and put DeMarcus here. I'm going to put him down here. Actually, let me do it this way. I'm going to put him, like, in the rested area so he doesn't play at all, just so it's more realistic and stuff like that. I don't try on injuries because injuries are glitched on 2K in the first place. So, yeah, we're going to take him, put him right in the rest mode. Yo, where'd he go, man? He's trying to play, man. He's trying to boogie his way to that starting lineup. Okay, we'll do that. Do that. We have 35 minutes to divvy up, too. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. That's going to be kind of interesting. So, let me give some minutes here. I'm kind of cool with, like, the small ball lineup. Our bag, there's no shooting on this team at all, man. The shooting is absolutely horrible. So, let me do this. I'll put Etwan Moore as small forward. Actually, we'll do that with Tony Allen. And we'll actually put his rating up real quick. 1 second here, man. You guys, give me 1 second, man. Let me get the lineup going, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the lineup is going to look like for this season right there. Rondo, Etwan Moore, Tony Allen at small forward. We got Darius Miller at a small ball forward, although he is 6'8", so it's not like he's that short or anything. Shooting 43% from three, so might be a nice little stretch player alongside Anthony Davis. We are just going to roll the rest of the season, see how we do out there. And really, though, the bulk of this rebuild will definitely come via free agency and the offseason. Okay, so the Pelicans managed to get a record of 40-41, guys. One more game left in the season. They did clinch the 8th spot in the playoffs, so they are going to the playoffs regardless here against the Golden State Warriors. So it's probably not going to be pretty when that comes. It's probably going to be a 4-game sweep or something like that. We'll see what they can do out there. Anthony Davis did get All-NBA first team at least, so that's a good sign right there. But yeah, let's check out the player stats, see how everybody else performs. It's not like a good sample size because like most of the season was already over with. But yeah, so Anthony Davis finished with a nice 26 points out there. Got about 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks per game. So yeah, guys, definitely playing like a superstar player. Demarcus Cousins, those were his stats going, into his injury and everything like that. There's the rest of the team. Just some pretty good scoring out there. I really do like Etwan Moore. I do like Darius Miller. I think they got some room for for the future on this team right there. So yeah, man, let's get to these playoffs, see what it's all about. Golden State Warriors, maybe we'll surprise them, guys, and win a game. Simulate. Current round. And, well, we did not. We lost 4-0. As expected, guys, a closeout game looking like this. 39 points and 15 rebounds for Anthony Davis, so he definitely went out swinging. Let's see how everybody else performed in the playoffs right here. Player stats. Yeah, looking like that, guys. So, I mean, Anthony Davis definitely balled out, but this team was just really not destined to win without Demarcus Cousins at all. I mean, it was still going to be a tough go with Demarcus Cousins, but it at least would have been like a respectable playoff outing. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go, guys. We do have the NBA draft, so I'm going to skip on that because it's not going to be a great draft pick anyway, because we do have the, it's not going to be a lottery pick since we made the playoffs. So let's go straight to rookie signings, see what 2K gets for us out there. And we do get Trayvon Duval, 6'3" point guard from Duke. So, I mean, this is actually a pretty nice player right here. Once again, not a great shooter, so I don't know if it's like the best choice out there, but maybe he can improve on that going forward. But yeah, I mean, for now, maybe a good backup point guard or something along those lines. We also got Kasha Mushibi, who's got 76 3 balls. So as you guys can see, man, like the theme of this this video is putting the shooters around Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. If we get DeMarcus back, that is. I have no idea if he'll even resign. Darius Miller, definitely want to resign him back. Dorian Finney, he can probably walk away. So can Check Diallo. Don't really use those guys all that much. All right, qualifying offer times. Nothing there. Free agency time. Here we go. Moratorium period. Here we go, guys. All right, DeMarcus Cousins. Is he going to get pissed off at us and not want to play on our team? Maybe. There's a good possibility. Yeah, I say if you're the Pelicans, you'd probably throw this guy like a max deal, right? I mean, yeah, like, would he sign a max deal with the Pelicans? I'm not really sure. I feel like you give him the no trade. No, you do this. You do not give him a no trade clause, so if things don't work out, then you can definitely trade DeMarcus Cousins. So, yeah, it's like you lock him up just in case things work out. And if not, then it's like, you can trade him away in the future for maybe a draft pick or something like that. So, I feel like that's probably the best route for DeMarcus. It's like, maybe in his case, he'd probably want the no trade clause just like so we can pick where he wanted to go to. But yeah, so we're going to throw him an offer right here. Chris Paul with the Pelicans. I definitely want to bring him back if he wants to come on the team. I don't know if he will or not. All right, so we got DeMarcus Cousins. Chris Paul going back to the Houston Rockets. I respect it. As far as point guards go, not a lot of good options left, so maybe we could do something via trade out there. I really don't want Elfrid Payton. Like, he's not going to do much for this team as far as, like, shooting goes. So, dang, I really wish Chris Paul would have came to our team. Zach Levine, how much does he want? I'll throw him a little money right there. Okay, well, he's going back to the Bulls. Okay, let me get out of this. Let me get to the actual free agency period. It's usually a little bit more easier with that. So, Marcus Smart, he would be an okay fit as far as, like, defense goes. But really, guys, I'm not liking the options out here. I'm just, like, not a lot of good free agents left. Derrick Rose, maybe for a two-year deal, kind of like come in there and do like that Rondo thing where it's like maybe every now and then he just like drops like this big time game. Okay, so we can't afford him currently, but we do have to renounce rights on Vince Carter. Get rid of all these guys right here, to be honest. Ian Clark, like, he's okay. Like, he hasn't really done all that much this season. All right, so we do have Derrick Rose. So he comes on the team. But damn, you want to talk about injuries, guys. It's not looking good as far as that route goes. Ilyasova, maybe for like a bench player, even a small forward, I would use him there. You actually hoping, oh man, I should have given him a little bit more money, man. I didn't even think about it. I was like, yo, we want the max contract. He'll probably just sign for that. But yeah, I low-key would have given him more money if he wanted it. What do we got for small forwards? Glenn Robinson, good athletic player, does a lot of good things out there, so we'll give him a nice little contract. Will Barton, we can afford him too, so he is 6'6". What else we got? Dwayne Wade, really don't see that whatsoever. What other shooting guards we got, man? KCP, he wants too much money, man. Seth Curry, he'd be a nice fit. All right, what do we got here? Glenn Robinson, Will Barton. Can we also get Seth? Yes. Oh, we can't get Seth Curry. That's too much money for us. That's okay. I really didn't do all that much anyway. Wasn't going to do like much more than what E'Twaun Moore was going to do. I do want to get a good backup center though, because I don't think we have one of those at all. So for backup centers, let's go with a, I don't know. Who do I want? Aaron Baines? JaVale McGee? I like Daniel Tice. Let's give him a shot this video. See what he can do. He's only 26 from Germany. If he comes to the team. All right, we got him on the team right here. Any more like low players we can go for that can help out the team in the long run of things? We do have Tyler Zeller, Seth Curry. We still can't afford him. Oh, we might be able to if I can go down a little bit, man. If he accepts this deal, he probably won't. It's probably out of his range. Come on, Seth, they're in. Come on, Seth. No, he's not accepting that, guys. He's like, GG, Crispy. I'm not coming on your team. Yeah, decline that real quick, man. I don't care. I don't want you anyway, man. As far as backup point guard goes, I'll freaking throw it all for the Raymond Felton, I suppose. If he comes to the team. All right, we got Raymond Felton, guys. I'm going to go ahead and simulate the rest of this offseason, guys, and get to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is what the team looks like so far. There's still a few small moves I want to make here. I do want to go for a better starting point guard if possible. If not, Derrick Rose is a veteran. I think he'll do just fine right there if needed. So let's go to the trade finder, though. Let's do a trade of, I'm going to say E'Twaun Moore. We're going to throw in our rookie point guard just because, like, I don't want to wait that long for him to, like, develop or anything. And maybe even toss in a future first-round draft pick, see what that gets us. Hopefully make a really good point guard. Like, I want somebody out there, maybe a team that's trying to rebuild or something like that. Like if Mike Conley's offered up, I would totally do a trade for that. Chris Dunn, Bobby Portis, so that's a 79 overall point guard at least. And we also get Bobby Portis. J.R. Smith, Marcus Morris, Austin Rivers would be okay. Dennis Schroeder, he's just too much money, guys. Just way too much money for that. But John Collins, also a nice young option just in case like Demarcus Cousins or Anthony Davis don't work out. We do have him there at least. Oh, ooh, Kemba Walker. Oh my God, guys, that's the trade right there, man. That is like the perfect trade also for the Charlotte Hornets because they do get like 2 young rookies back. They get a first-round draft pick, and E'Twaun Moore is a serviceable player. We also get a nice stretch big in Frank Kaminsky. I gotta see what other trades are offered out there, but that's definitely looking like probably the move for us. Is getting Kemba Walker on this team, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. What's his rating? Was he like 85 overall? Oh, I'm definitely good with that, man. Yeah, give me Kemba on this team, baby. Let's go, man. All right. So all of a sudden, our team is looking a lot better out there. Kemba Walker, Will Barton. I love that backcourt. I love that dynamic. Glenn Robinson, I think he'll do fine at small forward. Derrick Rose will be a crazy 6-man that can just do his own thing off the bench. Frank Kaminsky and Daniel Tice, it's like that's got some good potential. I mean, I'm going to give these minutes here to Darius Miller. Well, at least put him as our 9th man out there. And I do want Anthony Davis playing a lot, guys. Like, both these players need to go full Savage mode. We got to win it all this season. So I'm going to go ahead at this point, man, simulate the rest of the season and see just how good this Pelicans team can really do. Okay, so a record of 48-33, which is good enough for 4th place in the Western Conference, just a few games behind the Spurs and the Rockets even. Golden State Warriors just look like a crazy super team again. Once again, man, simulate through day against the Rockets, and we do get a W on the season, so that's nice going into the playoffs at least. Gives us a little bit of momentum. We do have, let's see, any Pelicans on the teams all here? Probably not. Okay, wait, we do have Anthony Davis, all defensive team, so that's something, I suppose. All right, player stats on the season. See how this is looking. So Kemba Walker actually led this team in scoring at 23 points, 8 assists. Anthony Davis, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks per game, about 3 assists out there himself. Boogie Cousins, you know, in this non-injured season, 18 points, 9, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. So really, you know, Anthony Davis and Demarcus Cousins, both their numbers went down. It does make sense because Kemba Walker is a point guard that does take a lot of shots. And we put some other pretty decent offensive players on this team anyway. So it does make sense, guys. It's just more of a, like, well-rounded game. Although I would have fully expect Anthony Davis to still average at least 25 and Boogie at least, like, 24 points per game. Just saying. Okay, so first round of the playoffs, we do have the OKC Thunder. Simulate current round, see how this goes. And all right, well, we lost first round of the playoffs anyway, guys. But you know what, man? I'm still pretty happy with how this rebuild turned out. I do think Kemba Walker is a nice fit going into next season. I feel like we made some nice moves as far as getting rid of some of the bitch-ass contracts and signing some younger guys and some really good offensive-oriented guys. And I just say, guys, I mean, I'm just gonna say straight up, like, I hope that Demarcus Cousins comes back healthier than ever, man. Like, he was having such a great NBA season. I felt so good for the Pelicans just because, like, they were finally starting to win games. So, I don't know, guys. Give me your thoughts on this whole situation in the comment section below, and let me know how good of a job you think I did rebuilding this team and what kind of choices you would make.